Oh, I should probably get audition set up. Goodness, get that set up.
I
Here.
mean, that might help.
It's kind of important. It's pretty
Just a wee
important.
bit.
It's pretty important. Oh, I should probably get
YouTube.
audition set up. Goodness. Shit. I was like double listening to myself. All right. What episode is this? 170. I don't need that in the background anymore.
Put it on the socials too.
Hell yeah. All right.
Link
170. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Got that. Got that. Got that. Got that. Let's make sure that is all set up. Oh, wait. Let me see here.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. No, I mean, we're good. I just remembered that I was like, oh, yeah, I should probably grab those, the freaking sounders. There's only 2 of them, so it'll take a second.
Yeah. Won't be done.
All right.
Still posting stuff. Anyway.
All right, let's get that going in here.
Okay.
All right.
What you drinking?
That is the Diet Coke from Chipotle. Is what
Delicious.
I was just drinking there, yes. All right. Double check.
Hold on. I have not hit record yet.
Well, I'm just checking to see if the.
Oh, well, you
clips
can
work.
do your check.
Dementius' power.
Yeah.
Dementius' power.
Check.
Power.
Yep, that works too.
Good job. I was gonna say I'm gonna be sad if it doesn't work. I had to do a lot of work on the positive story to make it not sound like crap.
Well, it is up there. It is working. So there you go. Boom. All right. Good to go.
Tweet. Or repost. Yep. Okay. Is in the socials.
Did the thing. Awesome.
Did the
Go
thing.
us.
Hey, it's Agnostic Puppets. Or
It
Puppets.
is.
It's a singular one.
Hello.
Do you know who that is?
Off the top of my head? No. I know that they're
It's
an
Sniper.
agnostic puppet.
It's my husband.
Oh, it's a husband. Hello. Sniper Frog.
That means I'm currently showing up on the big screen TV downstairs.
Oh, cool. Hello on the big screen. Okay. Where the now I need my notes. Technically, your
Notes help.
All right, I got.
I mean, they are my notes, but it's a very back and forth chatty kind of episode, so it's good to have notes up.
Yeah. Yep. Got the notes.
It helps.
Got them up.
Helps.
Good to go. Alrighty. Well, I got everything up.
Do you want me to hit record? I have not hit record yet.
Well, I haven't either yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and record myself. There we go. I am recording.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I too am recording with
Beautiful.
squiggles.
Beautiful. Well, thanks. So let's go ahead and get going because we're recording
All
with
right.
the squiggles. So let's do the thing. We don't need notes where we're going. Actually, we kind of do.
At least something to keep the. Otherwise, that goes off the rails way too quickly. That's going to happen this episode, but the notes help.
It does. Anyway, here we go. Let's get going and let's see if I accidentally interrupt you again like that one time. But anyway.
No, don't do it. Trap.
Might be funny.
It might be funny.
We may never know, Uther. I intend to live forever.
How dare you show your face here? Faces.
Don't laugh at that, you idiot!
A lot of story there, a lot of lore. For those of you who are into that kind of thing, I love you.
Welcome to Live, Laugh, Lore, the podcast that explores where we've been and where we may go next in the World of Warcraft.
Welcome, everyone, to Live, Laugh, Lore, episode 170, the show that is recording this episode live on YouTube again. That's right. You could be here right now in this chat with us.
You could.
Yeah.
It's not a requirement.
Hey,
You could.
I mean, you could. It's just for fun. And Vinny's here. Vinny's joining us. Each episode we'll check in, have some laughs, and talk all about the lore of Warcraft, one or two topics at a time. My name is Allie, the one that finally got the Infinite Pirate Dragon mount that I have been literally begging for since 2021. A lot of life has happened since then.
Congrats.
And now I have my mount. It's beautiful. It's majestic. So happy. And today I'm joined by the one enjoying being a kitty daddy. It's Jin.
It is. It's true. It's me. It's me with Vinny. He's over there. I put him down because he was trying to bite me.
As he does. As he does.
He does like to do that. He does the little kitty nibble thing. He's a big fan of it. Big fan of it. So it's like, nope, you do that, I'm just gonna put you down. Nope, we're not encouraging that behavior. No.
Smart.
We don't need you doing that well into your adulthood there, kitty.
True. Hey, what you been up to?
What have I been up to? Well, I played some more
Yeah.
D&D. I played some more D&D this past weekend. It was a good time. It was all in person. I went to a bunch of old coworkers' place.
That's awesome.
It was freaking fantastic. Just hanging out, playing some D&D, rolling some actual dice, not just clicking on a thing saying roll my thing for me, which is fine. It speeds it up, you know. It does go faster, but there's something nice about it. You know what I mean? Where you're just like, okay, I have a plus 11 to hit, so that's a math. 21. I don't know why I took so hard. If I in this example that I rolled a 10 and plus 11, that should have been really easy math, but you know. No, it was more difficult math than that because one of the guys that I play with, they're always doing the min-maxy type thing. So
Right.
it was the what was it? What the frick was that thing called? It's like a newer spell that this guy had. It's very, very much like Bless, right? Where you add a D4 to just about anything that you're doing with any of your tackles and stuff like this. It's some kind of like, you guys are buddies now. It's like the super. They're bonded. I don't know the name of this stupid spell, but
They're bonded.
it's a bond. So it's like you get like you bond like 4 of your dudes together. And once per turn,
We're bonding dudes together.
Once per turn,
Okay.
you get to add a D4 to any attack roll or saving throw or ability check. And yeah, the only reason why you don't get to do it every single time you do that one of those like Bless is because it also has the added benefit of if any of your party members that are also bonded to you that are within 30 feet of you, you can teleport next to them and take the damage for them instead because magic, right? If someone's literally stabbing you, I can be like, teleport. I got stabbed. That's kind of how it works. Apparently you can do it with Fireball too. It's like you're jumping on a grenade or something. Like, no.
That's impressive.
It's magic. It's magic. So, you know, magic.
Magic.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, just been trying my damnedest to get invincible. Still no luck. No luck whatsoever.
No, I watched you yesterday.
I know. I tried because that wasn't those were not the only attempts that I had done that week. I'd burned through like 6 other tunes, and I was like, well, I got 4, and I got some time on my hands, so let's live stream this because I was thinking maybe I can get some luck. Come on, give me some luck. But no, apparently the only luck that I provided was luck to Pauldrons in my freaking guild because he was like watching me too, and he got like 2-3 mounts, and I got 0. None. It's bullshit. Well, I mean, we'll We'll see if I eventually get it. It's
You'll get it. I
the
believe
buff
in
is
you.
still there. I'm gonna keep trying. I just want that stupid mount. So that is
You'll get it. You'll get it.
That is my quest. I don't know why I even want Invincible at this point. It's just the principle of the damn thing now. It's like, oh, collector's bounty, you get an increased drop chance. I was like, okay, Invincible's like literally the only mount I ever try and farm for, so let's
Fair,
go. Yeah. Nothing. Not a damn
Nothing.
thing. Not a damn thing yet. It's so bad. But yeah, that's all I've been doing. So yeah, hey Allie, what you been up to? How you been? How many mounts you up to besides your Infinite Pirate Dragon mount?
Oh no, I stopped counting. Besides WoW, which we'll talk about in a second, I also play D&D, not in person, unfortunately. That'd be amazing. But with this group, we actually do roll. I mean, one person does roll electronic dice, if you will. But all the rest of us do like physical dice. So
Right.
I understand what you're saying with the satisfaction of rolling the physical dice. There's just something about it. It's lovely.
I mean, it slows things down, but it's nice. I don't know.
It's a good sensation. That's all I can say. It's good. But I, did my time walking, got my Infinite Pirate Dragon mount. I ran Sanctum of Domination and got nothing. Ran Dragon Soul a couple times because that's another mount, the Blazing Drake. I'm still going for, which would be the last one I need for the Awake the Drakes achievement or whatever that one's called to get my Green Drake. Nothing.
Okay. Yeah. I did that one.
I
too.
ran
I did that one too.
last night. While you were knocking Invincible last night, I went and ran. Oh my goodness!
Was it Dragon
Battle for Dazar'alor.
Oh, Battle for
And got Jaina's mount.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
So that's cool. That's cool. But I have a confession to make.
Well, what's that? Did you get Invincible?
You have permission to flip me off, like we flipped off Berserker, because I did get Invincible.
Congrats.
I've been holding off on telling anyone. I told my husband and I told Berserker.
Fine. You're allowed to tell your husband.
But
Obviously,
I
you're
mean,
allowed to
of
tell
course it
everyone.
is. But I was keeping a secret because I was gonna, I am here telling you can give me crap for getting Invincible.
I don't do that. That's not my thing. I mean, it does feel. I will give you no end of crap if and only if this whole buff goes away and I'm still no invincible with me. If I sans invincible, then crap will
fair.
be. I don't know, sent your way, I suppose.
We were getting Berserker crap last week, so I was just saying.
Yeah, well, it's fine. It's fine. I still got time. It's if I burn through all of my opportunities and it's still nothing, I'm gonna be a little sad. I'm gonna be like, wow, couldn't roll a single crit. Couldn't roll a single one at all those attempts. It's so sad. So sad. But
Yeah.
that happens. It happens. But anyway.
And that's all I've gotten is Invincible and Jaina's mount.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, I've been without luck. So.
Well, Jaina's mount, that's
it
a
is
good
what it
one.
is.
But I'll say I technically had that one already because I got it back during BFA when we cheesed it.
Yeah.
yeah, we cheesed
I did
it.
not get a chance to cheese it. Yeah.
Yeah, what was that? It was because Battle for Dazar'alor was basically season 2 of Battle for Azeroth. So we went back in Mythic when it was season 3, when it was still dropping mounts, and that's how we did it.
Smart.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we got it. It took several weeks to get everyone in the guild one of those mounts.
I'll bet.
It only dropped I think it was like 1 or 2 every week. So
Yeah.
But yeah, we eventually did it. We got them all.
There you go. You got it. But yeah, that's about it. A couple weeks ago, I did single question mark underpin. So one of my goals, because we're recording this the 22nd. Patch drops on the 5th. So I want to get a couple things done. Like I want to get double question mark underpin done. When you get all of the nodes for the Delve belt filled up, you get a mount. So I'm gonna get that done. Still continue this mount tries. So, and like some just little things here and there we'll get done before patch. So that's what I'm gonna work on this week.
Well, beautiful. Good luck on all of your endeavors. And
Good luck to you as well.
For me, as I'm trying to get fucking invincible. Stupid.
I got it.
Stupid
So now it's your
Invincible.
turn.
Yeah,
Go,
yeah. I
Gadget
hope
Jen.
so. I hope it finally just drops. 'Cause that would be really nice. That'd be really nice. Holy shit, Vinny, what are you doing? I'm about to like toss you outside if you keep this up.
Do you need to toss Vinny outside before we get our...
Yeah, let's do that.
Get
I'm
it
just gonna
going.
mark
Yeah.
this, and then I'm gonna throw
Okay.
Vinny out because he's being a little he's being adorable, but he's being adorable behind the monitors. Say hi.
That's an
Vinny.
issue. Hi, Vinny.
Okay, bye. Say bye, everyone.
Bye, Vinny.
As he bites my hand. Ah.
Nom, 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 nom.
All right, be right back.
Okay, I'll talk to chat. Hi, chat. Hello, Kamari. Welcome. Yeah, I not gonna lie. I thought Jim was gonna give me some crap. I thought it was gonna be a funny thing, but he's being all nice about it. So yeah, so I got Invincible. Pretty happy about that. I'll now share it out to the world. Now I've got a chance to tell Jin. Be great. And now he's back.
I'm telling you, if I don't get it, then the crap. Like I said, it might happen. It might happen, but we'll see. All right, mark that again, and I guess I'm gonna do my job now.
Yeah, you should do your job now. Let's do it.
All right. Job. Okay, this is different because it doesn't say "Hey, listeners," so my brain went.
I mean, you can add that in there if you want.
Sure. Hey, listeners. Summer in Azeroth. The sun is shining. The bugs are slightly more aggressive than usual, and ancient conflicts are heating up. Why not make your break a little more legendary? If you're into deep lore, bonus episodes, and a chance to support the show, we've got something for you. Stay tuned to the end of the episode for all the details because nothing says vacation like unraveling the fate of the world together.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about?
Yes, so here in the States, we are solidly in summer. Warcraft content is in chill mode for many as we wait for 11.2 to drop. So I thought we'd take some time to just chill as well. Make a nice, cool, chit-chatty episode. We're gearing up for a lot of content, a lot of info drops, and for the possibility of Midnight to completely rock our world. So I thought it'd be fun to talk about our expansion so far, our thoughts on the future before we find out what really happens. So kind of get it out now before 11.2 hits us and whatever happens after the raid and all of that. Yeah, this is probably going to go off the rails a bit, as we tend to do, but it's going to be fun. We can involve our listeners in the chat here. It's going to be great. So here we go. We're going to chill together. You ready to chill together?
Yes, I absolutely am.
Okay. So first question. As it sits right now, pre-11.2 dropping, mind you.
Right.
Not talking about 11.2, just as we sit right now on 7/22. How are we feeling about the War Within expansion? A lot has happened. A lot of different story beats have just been all over the place. But are we enjoying this right now?
Yes, absolutely. I think The War Within has been honestly one of the best storytelling experiences so far. And I say that in like Battle for Azeroth had like the way they were telling the story and everything like that in BFA was actually really good, but it was some weird disjointed stuff. But The War Within, just something about it, and like the characters that they're introducing and things like that. Like I will admit, there's some jank here and there. Like it's a little like, oh, okay, that's a little silly, but like the worst possible grade that I could give the storytelling and how much I'm enjoying it right now, and especially from a story and lore perspective, is definitely like an A- is the absolute worst I could give it. It's been very good. I mean, what do you think, Allie? Like similar boat, good, bad?
Similar boat. It's definitely been good. But I sat there and thought about it for a second last week, and I mean, I knew along, obviously, because I've been playing this whole expansion, but it dawned on me just how much has happened and where we've gone kind of everywhere. There's been just a lot of, different storylines that were followed up with or wrapped up or new ones introduced, and locations have been everywhere. We have expansions in the past of going, from zone to zone to zone with one big bad. Instead, it's kind of it's been all over the place, which we'll talk about in a bit. But it's also worked. And it's been a solid expansion so far.
Yeah. It definitely a solid expansion so far, for sure.
We'll dig into our thoughts on the final boss in a moment. Definitely going to get there. But as I shared, instead, we've had an expansion where instead of having one big bad the whole time, we've had Nerubians. We've had goblins. We're getting the Void soon. How do we feel this compares to past expansions where it is just one big bad we chase the whole time?
I guess it's not really bothering me because I know that they just the nature of what they're attempting or what they're accomplishing right now is so much more grander and big of them really trying to, like, it does absolutely seem like they have this goal of, here are all of these different plot lines. How can we start stitching them kind of back together into the narrative and stuff like that? So, and they're doing it so effortlessly. I mean, I'm sure in the background there's a whole lot of effort, lots and lots of effort going into it.
Oh,
right?
gosh,
Or people
yes,
going like, oh, how do we do that? I don't know how we're going to do that. But what they're successfully able to do is pretty impressive with the fact that it's like, okay, we've got this whole war within thing because, bad stuff's happening. We got a radiant vision. Like if you do the TLDR of where we are so far, got a radiant vision. Magni's like, oh, shut up. I don't want to talk to that lady. She sucks. I hate her. Look at what she did to me. Look what so there's that. And then he woke, and then, he had a really bad headache after. They're like, no, man, she's cool. Like, have a chat. And he's like, fine. So, he woke up. He's like, Khazalgar, we're going to Khazalgar. And then we get there. And then they're like, you guys suck. Get off our island. Whoa, Thragar. Oh, Thragar. And they're like, oh. And they were like, what's a Thragar? And then freaking, Diagran was like, oh, I figured out what a Thragar is because Titan artifacts. And they're like, oh, shit, Thragar. And then, so they're weaving all of this, like, Titany stuff with the Earthen together. And obviously, we got the Nerubians down there, and there's the tie-in to Xal'atath, and they blew up Dalaran. Freaking cool. And then after we deal with the Nerubian threat, we're like, okay, cool. We're done with you. We're you sit over there and you're fine. We don't need to talk to you anymore. But Illyria was like, oh, you see that cool little toy that you got? I broke it. And then, we had that one hint at one point of, this thing looks a lot like the Dragon Soul, just more ancient. So they're like, okay, who built the Dragon Soul? It was the goblins. So they're like, oh, goblins. But make them do it. And also bring them back into the story, make them more relevant, and maybe just deal with Gallywix finally, because I don't know why we made him lead the Bilgewater cartel in the first place. It didn't make any sense to begin with, so just make him go away. So they made him go away. Cool. And now we're heading into spooky Koreshi land, as we all know, because, bad stuff's happening with the Void, and Logos Walker's like, hey, man, your world started chatting at you, and that's what happened to us when our world started going to bits and bobs. And that has me kind of thinking. This is the one thing that I hope we figure out what's going on, is because so they heard radiant visions because, as we talked about in the Doom of Koresh, and then suddenly a Void Lord popped up in the sky. I was half expecting that we were going to get something like that. You know what I mean? But no.
Yeah.
It's a little more nuanced. You know what I mean? Like the Radiant Visions is like, oh, Xal'atath's doing some stuff. It's bad. I'm freaking out over it. And we're like, okay, well, we got to deal with that. And then, like, I guess the kind of the question is, are the Radiant Visions still going on? Are they still hearing the Radiant Song? You know what I mean?
That's a good question. It has not been discussed in a while. So, I mean, the Radiant Echo events are still there.
Sure, yeah. Because I
imagine the song's still happening.
Yeah, and the reason why I'm curious about that is because, well, we know that the final boss is Dimensius, not on Azeroth, somewhere else. So it's like, if Dementius was the reason why Azeroth was going, ah, and singing her song, doesn't really add up. But it probably is like, Xal'atath is big enough of a threat and whatever she was planning with all this kind of stuff. We'll just say that's why she started singing. All right, that's why she started singing. But yeah, I'm kind of curious to know, are you still singing? You still chip-a-chapping, bop. I don't know how that song goes. Never really told us exactly what the song is. But anyway.
I don't think it goes like that.
I'm just saying. So either. No, that's a terrible song. It's a really bad song. So don't do that one, Azeroth.
Don't do that one.
don't do that one.
I mean, to your point, though, yeah, we don't have Big Bad Dementius all of a sudden in our sky, but that could be midnight.
I mean,
could lose, and it could be midnight that happens. We could still get that.
According to some press released images, it might be. It may be. It seems like something's going on there, but we'll see.
Something. Yeah, I do agree with you. They've tied in everything well. Like, yes, it has been a little bit all over the place, but like Chris said, like they want to tie up some loose ends, and that's what they've been doing it, and they've been weaving it in well, and it's all worked together somehow. I'm not so sure about Siren's Isle. I'm still kind of contemplating that one.
I don't know if that one's ever gonna like really mean a lot unless they kind of like bring in the fact that it's like just like Titan-y stuff with Hematsoul, and how does that possibly connect into Beledar? Like maybe if we find out that these calcified chunks of, World Soul essence are all over the place, maybe it'll tie back in. Or maybe it'll possibly tie back in when we get more Naga, right? When Queen Shara shows back up. Because it felt like there was a lot of Naga presence, right? And that was one of the big ones. They were like trying to be like, oh, we need the big crystal. We got to get it. So I don't know. And I like the idea that the freaking this is where sirens possibly even come from. Like the Titan eventually like embraced the power or the Titan keeper construct, whatever that lived there.
Yeah.
Eventually actually became a siren herself. So I don't know. That'd be interesting if we find out more. But if we don't, I'm not gonna be heartbroken.
I mean, I won't be, but there's enough intrigue, at least for me, with the crystal and it going miles down into the earth and everything. I feel like there's a reason that all happened. I just don't know why. I would like to know why. And I'm wondering if it's one of those things where maybe in the last expansion of our trilogy, they're going to be like, hey, remember that one isle? Here's the reason it was a thing. We just planted seeds early.
Yeah, it could be. That would make sense if that's kind of what they were going for.
But they needed to finish up Gallywix one way or another. So this was, I think, a really solid way to handle that, which was good.
Yeah, I agree. I do like the ending of Gallywix and how they kind of like dealt with it all. Right. I think Undermined, its story from beginning to completion was great overall. In fact, I really liked the fact that the Undermined patch just felt like it was, here it is, and we're done. Right. It felt like that was like, was it just one complete, like almost not necessarily a side story, but like a B plot. They're just like, all right, and the B plot is done. Let's get back to the A plot.
Yeah. And actually, Leo out in chat, to his point, they're saying too bad the Harnier were dropped. Really felt like a change of course. I really think that they were planned to be erased. Like, what's up with the Harnier?
Oh, I got ideas about what they're planning with the Harnier. I do.
Because they made a big deal about it. Mm-hmm. They got all the super uprise thing, and then a little bit, but not much. What are your thoughts?
So, I don't know exactly when we're going to see a payoff for the Harnier, but my bet is it's going to be something to do during the last Titan, right? Because we already know that Aman'Thul was the one that ripped out the tree that's where the roots came from, and they're guarding the roots. And I still think that the Harnier are going to play a really insanely big role in dealing with whatever the Titans are doing, or putting a stop to whatever Iridikron is trying to do. Because you got to remember, like, he seems to be against the Titans, but we're still not sure, are you a good guy? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he seems to be like a pretty bad dude. Like, he's not doing good stuff, but at the same time, maybe by the end of the Last Titan, we're going to be like, oh, he was a good guy all along. He just went about it in a really, really mean way. I don't know. But anyway, like my ideas behind it is that, did they really create that Orwena like super up-res model just for that like 2 seconds? I don't think so. I really feel like we're gonna see her again in another cinematic. I don't see it in the Midnight Cinematic. I just don't. That's gonna be like, rah, but I just have this sneaking suspicion that Orwena is going to play a, not necessarily a major focus, but she's gonna probably be seen in The Last Titan in cinematic. Because I really think what we're going to see at some point during The Last Titan, just my guesses, is there's going to be basically a Titan civil war. I'm convinced that there's going to be, because I think ENR is finally going to turn on Amantul. And ENR,
I would love that. Team ENR, let's do it. Come on.
Yeah, because, I mean, I keep trying to figure out, like, okay, what exactly is ENR? What is her connection to Elune, besides that's her girlfriend? I don't know. I don't really know, but I'm really, really curious to know where that's going to go, because I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm convinced there's going to be some type of like literally Titan civil war where lines are going to be drawn. We're probably like the good guys. We're probably going to get Gilgamesh, and we're going to be like, why did we get you? Good Lord. Can we at least get Cosgrove?
Right.
I mean, maybe I like kind of like the way that the cosmic orders are going to play out is like, I think it's like just ENR and maybe Gilganeth, and I can't really think of any other. Well, maybe Agramar. Like, it may make sense that Agramar would be on our side too, right? And then it would be like probably Amantul, Cosgaroth, and Organon on like the bad Titan side. And then Sargeras is going to show up, and we're going to be like, ah, and shit our pants, you know? Like, it's because Illidan's probably going to be there too. Illidan's going to be like writing Sargeras like at the end of like Doctor Strangelove.
Right? Oh my gosh.
Be like, woohoo!
Yep.
Oh man. Ugh, be good. I don't know. What do you think is going to happen with the Haranir?
Something that keeps coming back to me is the fact that we might have thoughts on what's going to happen in the beginning of Midnight, that first patch. What about future patches? I mean, this one, at the beginning of War Within, I would never have guessed Undermine. So in Midnight, what is that point 1 going to be? What is that point 2 going to be? Is that going to be another, like, kind of all over the place thing where they're tying up loose ends, but nicely weaving it together, and that's where they come in? Or are they going to wait until Last Titan? I hope not, because I need more of them now, as opposed to wait until Last Titan. But it keeps coming back to me that the way this one has been just kind of all over the place, Midnight's kind of fair game. We know we're probably going to lose something. There's going to be bad things that happen. I'm going to have emotions. But then what? What else is going to happen during the Midnight expansion?
I don't know. I kind of have this feeling that what's going to happen is there will be something to, like, yeah, I think you're right. Like, there is going to be some major loss or something where it feels like the world soul of Azeroth is slipping through our grasp. Like, we have lost. The void is going to take it. And I think that was, if you go all the way back to the freaking, the infinite freaking dragon when, Nozdorma got turned into Murozond, but no, he didn't really, and then he didn't, whatever the name of that freaking mega dungeon was, or mega dungeon, that one.
Thank you.
That's literally what a Rubicon said he was going to do. It's like, yeah. I'm going to give the world soul to the void, and the void is going to go, yay, we win, and the Titans are going to show up. That's literally what he said was his plan. So the last Titan is going to be the Titans show up at some point. We don't know if it's the very beginning, but then Iridikron's going to come like freaking doing a Shoryuken like uppercut in the freaking Titan's face or whatever his plan is, because I don't know what his plan actually is to deal with the Titans, because he didn't that part he didn't say. He's just like I'm going to have them come back to say, oh, let me get the Prime World Soul. And then he's going to be waiting, is all he said. And I would be waiting. Arr, arr, arr. Right. That's him. But yeah, it definitely brings up a good point, because Midnight, we're getting player housing, which who cares about that right now? I actually kind of.
I mean, I care, but you know,
I do, but it's not really. I don't think there's gonna be story there. If there is a story there, I'm gonna be a little surprised. But okay, not that surprised, but a little surprised. But anyway, what do you think the new landmass is gonna be in Midnight? I mean, it's not just we've updated the Silvermoon and the Ghostlands. I don't think it's gonna be just that.
I mean, it's definitely going to be some of that, because they've already hinted that
happen.
As areas become relevant to the story, things are going to get upgraded. So we know we're going to see some at Midnight. But I kind of wonder if to deal with whatever bad thing happens, maybe we deal with the bad thing of, the initial Midnight, and then we go travel past the winds and go see the other Arathian prior, and maybe that's our new landmass.
Yeah, I can't quite decide if that's a 12 or a 13 kind of thing, or beyond.
I've gone around.
Right?
I've gone back and forth with that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's definitely
going to
happen.
Beyond. It's going to happen in the trilogy. It's just a matter of when, I think.
Okay, you think it's going to happen in the trilogy? I think you're right. I think it's going to happen during the trilogy, is when we travel to, we'll just say Avaloran, because that's probably what it's going to be called, based on all of the books and all the things that we've come across.
Right.
And, the Night Squall, right? Speaking of Night Squall, we actually going to see what this Night Squall guy actually looks like?
I really hope so.
And will he be a character in Plunderstorm when it comes back next? Like, maybe we're like, at least a vendor. Like, that'd be cool, right?
Plunderstorm makes me happy, so I'm going to say yes. I would love to get it back. I almost wore my pirate hat for this episode because I finally have my Infinite Pirate Dragon mount. So, yeah. Okay,
so Night Squall is gonna be a thing. So here are definitely the absolute guarantee things that we know is gonna happen. Number one is
and Ulduar. We know Ulduar is gonna happen.
Yeah, Ulduar is gonna happen, and that's
go back there.
Yeah, that's when the Titans are gonna come back. That's the Titans are gonna be like,
okay. I see it.
Right, because that's like their main base of operations, and they're gonna get all the Titan keepers together. But like the main things that I'm really kind of curious about is like what's gonna happen is, number one is what happened with like Virnoth and the rest of the dragon aspects that got empowered by Azeroth.
Yeah. Why did they get empowered? That's gonna be a thing.
What's going on there? The next one that I'm really curious about is we know for a fact that Ashara is coming back. We know. We already got the book. It's a thing. We were getting hints about it during Siren Isle. So, you know what I mean? Like, when is Ashara coming back? And what exactly is the true throne of power, that she called it? Right? She's tired of dealing with the intermediaries and all those bullshits and thingamabobs.
Right.
So what is that? I don't know. And then the final one that we know is going to be happening is obviously Iridikron, like we already talked about, and all that kind of stuff. But the last one that is not a guarantee, but sweet baby Jesus, I hope this happens, is Daddy D. Like, is it? I don't know if that's happening during the World Soul Saga, but I really feel like it needs to.
I do need Daddy D back in my life, so yes, please.
Yeah, we need to be doing some screaming. We need to be doing some crawling on our knees. It needs to happen. Like, you should just stop drinking whenever Daddy D is brought up. I saw you almost spit on your monitor. You're just like, if you mention Daddy D, don't take a sip of Dr. Pepper. What are you doing?
I had it under control. It's fine. I almost didn't, but then I did.
But yeah, those are the big ones, and I'm kind of curious to know. I think I think Sardonathrius is absolutely going to be popping up. He's going to be let out of the blade eventually, but I'm kind of curious to know how that's going to play out and all that kind of stuff. But
Very much so.
Anyway, those are all my random speculations, ideas, and thoughts about like what is going to be happening coming here soon. So I don't know.
Good. I like it.
All right, I don't even know where we left off on the notes. So here, keep going.
It's okay. I fully prepared this episode knowing it was going to go off the rails. We're chilling. We're chatting. It's fine.
Cool.
So while we didn't have an official big bad this expansion, like a jailer, like a Arthas, like a Garrosh, whatever, do we feel like we could consider the Void as like the underlying big bad this whole time? Like Xal'atath possibly representing the Void. Now we got Dimensius. Like, do we feel like maybe that's like the underlying big bad of this expansion?
I feel like the underlying big bad of this expansion is imposter syndrome.
The imposter syndrome is a big bad.
It is absolutely a big bad. I think it is the number one big bad. It is plaguing Anduin big time. Farron's helping him out there.
True.
Helping him out. So he's getting a little bit of his groove back. It's really hitting Ilaria hard. Not so much that she can't get her job done, but she's like, I can't, like, I have to, like, separation between me and my family and the ones that I love. I can't do it. So there's, like, some weird stuff there. And, yeah, I'm sure there's a whole sorts of other things. But, no, I think the main focus of, like, the big bad is obviously Xal'atath, because she was, like, the, ooh, spooky, spooky, spooky in the background. And then at 11-2, we'll get into it. We're not going to talk about it just yet. Yeah, we find out some stuff as to why that's a little odd that's the big bad, but I think that's going to be like the big bad of the War Within. Right? I don't think this is a big bad just for the War Within. It's the World Soul Saga, I mean to say. It's the big bad of the World Soul Saga, because Xal'atath is obviously going to be continuing into Midnight, and she very likely is going to continue into the War Within, at least into Season 1.
Maybe.
At least into Season 1 is my guess.
Maybe.
Because, again, going back to Iridikron's plan, who's going to win? Probably Xal'atath. So she's going to be like, ha ha, I got your world soul. And then Namathul's going to be like, you ever heard of Yasarj? And she's going to be like, yeah, I knew that guy. Actually, did you do lore walking? Of course I know Yasarj. Did you do lore walking?
Can you imagine Xal'atath telling Aman'Thul, did you do lore walking? Did you go talk to Lore Walker Cho?
He's like, no, I didn't get around to that yet, mortal.
And then imagine him walking up to Lore Walker Cho, being like, mortal, tell me the stories of your land. Can you imagine Cho's reaction?
What the shit's happening with Xal'atath?
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then he's like, you know what, this is stupid. And he goes, boop, and he plucks her. And then it's like, oh, wow, that was easy. Why didn't you get here sooner? You suck, dude. You suck. He's just letting us do all the work. Yeah. No, I really do think, like, all of the promotional art, like, I keep seeing Xal'atath's face, like.
Right? That's really creepy.
I mean,
I really should have taken a screenshot just now.
I mean, that's what
I might go back and get that later.
So be like, what's going on there? You doing? Damn, I'm Xal'atath. I'm very sexy and sultry. So yeah, I don't know. I think that is what has been like deemed as the big bad for the War Within, and in my opinion, the World Soul Saga, because it really kind of comes down to whoever wants to take over the World Soul, whoever wants to, I'm not going to say corrupt the World Soul, but whoever wants to influence the World Soul with whatever cosmic power that they happen to be dealing with, they're the big bag at the time, because it's like, no, that's our World Soul. We like that World Soul. We're going to keep it there. And Aman'Thul and Xal'atath have other ideas.
It's true. It's true. And like John's saying in chat, the big bad is the War Within. Like your imposter syndrome thing. Like that is, in a way, that is the big bad, is the war within.
Absolutely is.
We all have a war within each of us.
It's true.
It's true. True. Ready for more questions?
Of course.
Okay.
I mean, otherwise we're just gonna sit here awkwardly, and that would just be. I mean, we're good at being awkward,
I mean,
but that'd
that's
be
kind of
really
how we
awkward.
do it. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's cute and endearing or something. I don't know. Hey, so do we think the War Within is building the foundation for the trilogy of expansions? Does this explain why we've gone to Dornogal, to Undermine, to Koresh, with some random Siren's Isle mixed in?
Yeah, absolutely. Like this is exactly what they're kind of building towards is wherever that may lead us. I don't know why, but they're going to be like, hey, this is all going to make sense, right? Because it does feel like when they were probably having the initial conversations about what's going on with the War Within, they probably were like, okay, so this is what's going to happen, and this is going to and it's going to be, and then the War Within, we're going to deal with Dementius, and then done. That's where we're done. Done. And then Chris was like, you know, guys, you could probably tell a couple more stories that are all tied in together, and people really seem to like that knife that you guys introduced back in Legion. Good job on that, by the way. It's really cool. So yeah, I think it really was that they were just intending it as the War Within as we kind of got it, as that was just going to be the one thing, and then it got retooled into a big ass trilogy. So yeah, this is absolutely just like, I don't know, the War Within is the Fellowship of the Rings right now. So there's a whole lot more coming.
Yeah.
And I still stand by
Absolutely.
that. I still stand by Dragonflight being the Hobbit. It's like there's one.
Still feel I get it.
I mean, it was just like this little happy time. It was like, hey, everybody, it's dragons. Nothing really bad's gonna happen if it's like we totally lose. It'll be fine. And then yeah, I mean, because in a way we kind of did lose, if you think about it. Because the biggest loss that we encountered was a Ritterkron going, I'll take that, thank you.
True.
Because that's literally what led to all of this, which is a way bigger deal than whatever was going on in Dragonflight. So it was like, I'm going on an adventure. And then yeah, that was fun. So yeah, Dragonflight was the Hobbit. Now we get our little Lord of the Rings trilogy.
I'm on board with this. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. On that note, kind of bad transitions, I want to go through some of the things that have happened so far in this expansion. Again, pre 11.2. Okay, pre 11.2. Just right now where we sit tonight. And see if we think they're going to have a lasting impact on the story, on the trilogy, all of that. For example, Nerubians. Are they going to have a lasting story from here on out? Because on one hand, they were kind of bigger, like a bigger deal earlier in the expansion, and they let the queen live for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So are the Nerubians going to have a lasting impact? And is that our little clue that we're not done with them yet?
I think that is our clue that we're not done with them, but I don't think they're going to play a huge role, just like they didn't really play a huge role in The War Within. But it probably will be picked back up, and my guess is during The Last Titan, because I think we're going to have more Nerubians, but the Northrend Nerubian. We're going to go to find where I feel like one of the patches may actually be on Kahet or whatever it's called. You know, whatever the Northrend place is called. It's Nerub. It's a different language to me, basically. I can't keep them straight.
Ajal Nerub?
Yeah, Ajal Nerub, it's different places. The one in
Aj. It's going to be an Aj.
Yeah, it's the bug place in Northrend. We're finally going to go down there. Because, I mean, what better time to finally bring that in? Because we already know that in Wrath of the Lich King, they wanted to make that like an entire zone.
They did.
So why don't you do it now?
Underneath all of Northrend is their whole kingdom expands under all of Northrend. So now that they have this technology that they messed with with Dornogal and this expansion, they could make that work.
Yeah. So I feel like they're going to bring back in the Nerubians because we find out that, the Nerubians from the north and Ajal Nerub, like you mentioned, there is a connection between them and Azj-Kahet.
There is, right? Yeah.
So there's like tunnels that lead between the two, and I feel like that we may be like, oh, Nephris is like they fixed her. She's not a big like crabby lady that's like kill me. Right? So it's not that anymore. But yeah, so a big role. Maybe in the Last Titan, but we'll see. But I feel like maybe that's like 13.1 patch is what's probably going to happen.
So here's a question on that note from John, actually, in the chat. Really good question. Do you think that Iridikron's underground realm of Harrow's Deep will connect to Ajal Narub?
Oh God, I please hope so.
We do need that zone.
I need
like,
it.
We need it.
I actually hope that like Harrow's Deep, as described in War of the Scaleborn, War of the Scaleborn.
So
I
good.
really hope that is actually going to be like a raid encounter at some point. Like maybe 13.1, 13.2, or even just 13.0. Like because I don't know. Like maybe we have to deal with Iridikron like early on, and then we have to deal with like
Maybe.
Titan. I don't know how exactly it's going to be laid out. I'd have to think about it more. But yes. Oh my God, please let me experience Harrow's Deep in game, because that would be cool as shit. Although really frustrating if executed correctly, because it's supposed to be really confusing.
Right.
As it's just like this tunnel moves this way, this tunnel moves this way. It's just like they're just moving constantly. So maybe that's how they finally get Thrall really back in the story, because I mean that was the thing, is like
Yeah,
only
that's true.
someone that had a deep connection with the earth was able to find their way through it. And that's why, Neltharion could figure it out. But, I think Thrall is probably the only other person that could do it. So, yeah, bring in Thrall. I like that. Let's do that.
It's good. I like it. So moving on, Arathi.
Mm-hmm.
We know, like, we've gotten Hollowfall, we've gotten Faerun. Faerun has gone beyond Hollowfall and seen some of the Arathi Empire there. We know we've got this whole other one over here somewhere doing a thing. Do we think that because they left that wide open, are the Arathi going to have a lasting impact on the rest of this trilogy?
Yeah, I think they pretty much have to. What role they're going to play, what's going to do, I mean, that's going to really depend on, are we going to, Avalorn, or if that's the name of the continent. I'm just going to keep calling it that until I find out otherwise. Do we go to Avalorn during the War Within or after? But either way, they're going to play a big role in the story going forward somehow.
Yeah, I agree. They really did leave that wide open, and there's just so many things they could do with that, especially if it is some kind of time facility over there. One of the olds we're missing.
Yeah.
Could be a thing.
I'm sure there's going to be plenty of more olds come the Last Titan to discover.
Yep. The Dalaran crash.
See, I don't know. I think that they may do a little bit more, like with the Kirin Tor, but I think it's just going to be little tiny side questy stories, like during 0.7 patches here and there, is all that it may play into. I don't see it playing a huge role. Like they're kind of like, yeah, that sucks. Let's not do that again. But I don't know. Maybe it'll be a bigger thing when they decide to rebuild Dalaran, or call it, New Dalaran. I don't know. They're gonna do something.
I feel like we spent so much time calling old Dalaran and the new Dalaran. I feel like they would need to call it something else.
I don't know.
So it's not like new Dalaran.
I'm sure. Call it whatever you want. Like, is it the super new ultra Dali 2.0? I don't know.
Dali 2.0. I see your point, but I also wonder if there's going to be events down the road that we would wish that we had a Dalaran. Like maybe we would be feeling the absence of it.
Maybe.
And wishing it was around to help out. Maybe they'll rebuild it in the crater, put it back where they found it.
Yeah, that'd be useful. Yeah. Finally fill in that crater. Yeah, no, I think the only thing that where Dalaran might come up again in the future is if it's like, oh yeah, we forgot we put that really, really powerful thing in there. Bad guys have it now. Sorry. I feel like yeah, I think that's probably where Dalaran might play a bit of a role. Is
Yeah.
like, oh
I see
yeah,
it.
yeah, they got the Hammer of Khazagarath or whatever now. Like, just pick pick a freaking, what are the pillar things? Pillars of creation.
Pillars of creation.
There it is.
Yeah.
Pillar. Pick a pillar, and you can do some stuff with it.
Pick a pillar, any pillar. What about Ilaria?
I think her husband's gonna die.
I'm still kind of going with that one too. I think he's gonna die and she's gonna break, or
I mean, temporarily
Erito's
break.
gonna die. She's gonna break, but one of the two, something. But do we think, like, okay, for example, is she going to survive midnight? Just for sake of conversation, and will she have a lasting impact for the rest of it, like even into Last Titan?
Yeah, I do. I think Ilaria will have a lasting impact throughout this whole story. Like, I think she's going to be, because I'll put it this way: if Xal'atath is still alive, Ilaria is still going after her. Right? That's going to be
true.
A long-standing thing, and really bad things are going to happen along the way. But I think eventually Ilaria is going to win the day in the end. Is I think how that's going to play out. But I have a question about that. That just came to my mind. Okay. Chris already let us know. Mr. Metzen was up on stage going like, "Oh my gosh, my Ret Paladin is going to be so excited for the final showdown between the light and the darkness, Renalash, if you will." What if this is how it's going to play out? How devastated and or angry would you be at this character if this is how it played out? Okay, because we know that Ilaria is all voity, and Turalia still loves her. Like, they got their differences, but they're still very much in love. Turalia is not a bad guy. He's not going to die because he did something evil. No, he's going to die because of either something heroic, like he went out in a blaze of glory, or he got betrayed by Yrel because she doesn't think he's pure enough. And she kills him.
I feel like Yrel's still kind of a loose end at this point. So
yeah, I mean, if you need like lots and lots of light army folks, it'd be great if she brought her in, and then he's over there hanging out with his void wife, and she's like, "What are you doing, cavorting with the enemy? I kill you. Right? I don't know. I'm just saying that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Well, I mean, tragic and devastating, and
and
horrible, but I don't know. I'm just saying it would definitely make you go, yeah, these light guys aren't all that good. Maybe we shouldn't be all so like fanatical and scary the whole time. Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah, people tend to have a hard time learning that being fanatical is maybe not the best.
Yeah, you'd think that'd be an easy lesson to learn, but I just can't figure it out. They're just like,
like logic there.
I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Next up, Darkheart.
Oh yeah. I mean,
obviously it's a big deal now, but I'm talking like the rest of the trilogy.
Oh, I think it's gonna be a big deal at least into midnight.
Like,
is
it a ring?
Is it a what now?
Is it the ring?
Oh yeah, okay. The one ring. Right. I got
the one ring. Yeah.
Yes, I think the Darkheart in many ways is the one ring right now. Yeah, it kind of is. Not so much that like it has to be destroyed in the fires of Mount Doom or anything like that, because just pew with the arrow, and it's like, oh no, I broke it. So it's not like that.
I mean, she didn't break it, but she didn't destroy it.
Right. But I really think that, especially no spoilers, but let's just say it plays a big part in 11-2. Big part in 11-2. That's all I'm going to tell you.
I mean, it's safe to assume it comes back.
Yeah, it's safe to assume. So
yeah,
that's all I'm going to tell you. Big part in 11-2. Such a big part that you can absolutely see it playing a big part in future content that you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's going to be really scary. So there you go. So I'm going to go ahead and just say yes. Big yes.
Big yes. Okay. How about Khadgar, who adventured into the Darkheart?
I mean, Khadgar himself, I don't really know how much of a role he's going to play. Like, I feel like they are trying to slowly kind of like let the legends of the past be legends of the past.
Yeah, I agree.
And like, I think they're just going to let him retire eventually. So I don't think he's going to be like playing a huge role. I mean, maybe he'll be playing a little bit in, coming up at midnight and the Last Titan, but not big. And his little adventure into the Darkheart, that's just going to be, again, that's kind of like 11 Tuesday stuff that we'll learn a little bit about. But again, no spoilers.
No spoilers. Yes. Okay. Xal'atath. Do we think she's going to survive midnight? Is she going to continue into the Last Titan? Continue to have some kind of impact on this trilogy?
I am relatively convinced that she is either going to die in the last patch of Midnight or in the first patch of the Last Titan. One or the other.
Probably lasting impact.
Yeah. So that is my assumption, is that what I'm not even necessarily saying she's going to die, but she is defeated. She is stopped in either the final patch of Midnight or the final patch or the first patch of the Last Titan. That's my best guesses.
Fair. Okay. What about Anduin? We saw him this expansion get his groove back.
Mm-hmm.
Do we think that is going to play a big role?
Yeah, Anduin is going to play a huge role, especially with his connection to Faerun. I think that's going to be like, there's going to be something there. Like, so whenever we do travel to Avalon, I think it's going to be where Anduin and Faerun, like, they're going to really like play up that whole connection. They're going to, I don't know exactly how it's going to be, but yeah, it definitely seems that Anduin is in this for the long haul. I mean, he showed up in the freaking cinematic going, they're pointing that sword at something. So yeah, he's going to be around for the entire trilogy. I mean, he's got plot armor right now. So. We all know he's got plot armor.
He does. That's true.
So, I mean, don't make Old Man Anduin in a comic if you don't want to say he don't got plot armor. But right now, he's untouchable until we see Old Man Anduin in a spaceship or a blue post that says, "Oh, about that."
Retcon.
Ignore me. We were never here. So,
which, I mean, that could happen.
It could. I'm not saying it can't. I'm just saying until one of the other two things happen. Old Man Anduin in a spaceship, or hey,
right.
404 retcon, that didn't happen.
Okay. And I do agree. I think Anduin's going to continue to play a big role. Another thing that happened in this expansion so far is Undermine. Do we think that's going to continue to have a lasting impact, or do we think Goblins got addressed, Gallywix got tied up, kind of done at this point?
I think they're kind of done at this point, but there may be like smaller, like little additions. I wouldn't be surprised if the Goblin starting zone gets like a revamp and they get to go play around in there, or if they just use some more of the Slam Central Station or whatever, rocket thingamabobs to let you get around to different places, because I think there's like one or two spots that don't lead anywhere that you don't. So yeah, that's the only way that I see that playing like a lasting role is just, hey, it's kind of like a major city now.
That works. I can see that. All right, Siren's Isle.
No,
I know we talked about it a little bit, but do you think we're done with it at this point? Do you think it's not going to come back?
I mean, there might be like little hints and little things and lore books or something here. I don't think it was ever that big of a deal, and I don't think it's going to be a huge deal going forward in the future either. But yeah, there might be like, oh, the Naga are back, and they were on Siren's Isle. So I don't think it's not going to be huge. I mean, what do you think? Do you think it's going to be big?
I don't think it's going to be huge, but I think it's going to. I don't think we're done with it. I think it's going to come back for some reason.
I think we're done with it.
I literally, the fact that they were like this calcified part of, Azeroth, it extends miles down. Like, the fact that they took the time to point that out is still stuck in my head. And I still feel like we're not done with that.
Yeah. I think we're done with Siren's Isle, but I'm not saying that we're done with Beledar and the rest of the other Beledar-like things.
That's fair.
But that specific thing, like the Siren's Isle,
just the history that we found out.
I think we're done. I think we're done with it. But more calcified chunks, sure, bring them on.
All right. Anything else you want to add to this list, or should we talk about some maybe potential loose ends and move on?
Let's get to the loose ends. Let's go.
All right.
Because I ain't got nothing else in this list I need to add.
Okay. So what loose ends have been tied up so far at this point, and what new ones have been created? For example, existence and happenings are undermined, and where Gallywix has been.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And what's happened? Like that's a loose end that got tied up, right?
There's only one tiny loose end there. One tiny loose end, but I think we might get something eventually.
What is it?
Why was Gallywix found in Tazavesh during the mega dungeon? Why was he in there?
That's a good question. Maybe to get to work with Xal'atath? No, I don't know.
Yeah, that is the only tiny loose end. I hope we eventually find out. But if we don't, whatever.
It's a good question. All right. Okay. And again, I know I just said it, but it's still in my head. Like, we know what Beledar is. We know there's the one on Siren's Isle. I feel like that's a loose end. And Beledar, we know what it is now. Cool.
Allegedly.
Is it a loose end?
I mean, Beledar is absolutely a loose end, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like, whatever the fate of Beledar is going to be, I think there's going to be more there.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we're not done with that.
I mean, just look at the freaking the art book. Like, come on, we know you could go inside it. There's an inside to Beledar. We all know there is. You wouldn't draw that picture if there wasn't.
I want to go inside it. I'm just saying. It'd be amazing. We know now why Azeroth is important, being the prime world soul and all that. But we also learned about the World Core, which is a whole new loose end that just kind of got dropped on us.
Mm-hmm. Sure did. I got that. That all feels like just more setup for whatever's going to be happening in The Last Titan. Especially the big one here is the fact that Arcadis was like, I don't know why I'm writing this shit down. I actually probably shouldn't. Maybe the world soul's messing with me too. Maybe I should go back to the surface. So
maybe.
Yeah. I feel like whatever was kind of happening there, I think is going to start playing a lot more of a big deal when Tyr shows back up, because that's what I really want to see. Is I want Tyr to show back up. I want Tyr to show back up and get the band back together. I want to see Arcadis, Tyr, and Irenaia going like, "Hey, what's on these freaking discs of Norgannon? Let's go ahead and let's read through these things and get ourselves caught up since we've been dead."
Okay, listeners, if we ever get to read the Discs of Norgannon, we will read it for you.
That'd be really long. That'd be a long episode.
It could be split up into multiple parts. It could just be a live stream. There's options.
Sure.
Oh, I want that now. Okay. Any loose ends that you feel was created?
I mean, we already talked about
with
one.
This expansion.
Nephris was a bit of a loose end.
Yeah.
Not really going to call it a loose end. Yeah, Harnir I don't feel like is a loose end. A Harnir is a promise of more to come, is how I'm seeing it. Because if nothing is done with him, I'm going to drive down to Blizzard HQ and just start knocking on doors and be like, "What the F, man?" I'm not gonna cause a scene, but really, what were you thinking?
You're gonna cause a little scene. Let's be honest.
Okay, a little bit of a scene. I might pick it outside. Just a one-man protest. Just be like, just be picking it outside about give us more Harnir content. Yeah, the other one I was thinking of that's a little bit is, it's again not a loose end, just Avaloran, the Emperor Thracian the Ninth is again not a loose end, just a thing that's out there.
Fair. Okay.
Just, and then there was one more I was thinking about. What the frick was it? No, it lost. I'll tell you if it comes back to me. I'll tell you if it comes back, but it didn't come back.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a loose thread. It absolutely is. It's loose and it's dangling.
It's dangling.
It's a dangler.
Sometimes things dangle. It's a whole thing.
It is. It absolutely is.
Fine. Okay. Is there anything else we want to touch on before we get touchy with 11.2?
Nah, let's go.
Okay. Now keep in mind, dear listener, we will still be avoiding 11.2 spoilers. We've both played the PTR. We're not going to mention anything Blizzard hasn't made public outside of the PTR data mining. Like, they've literally made posts about, hey, look at this thing. So if you're wanting to go in super fresh with no knowledge of 11.2, might already be too late with that. If you want no spoiler that Blizzard themselves put out in this short YouTube video recently, if you don't want to hear it at all, maybe fast forward 5-ish minutes or so. To be safe and give you time to do so, we will play the spoiler warning ahead of playing the clip itself.
Here's your spoiler warning.
I don't know why you got to do it in front of the kid with the effing. All you got to do is say earmuffs to him. Earmuffs.
Okay, warning. Here's your warning. Okay, everyone here wants to listen to it, right? Okay, here we go.
Dimensius's power grows stronger every moment, Locust Walker. Your mysterious ally's information has proven quite valuable in this fight. It's time we were introduced. But Illyria, we've already met.
No! We need her!
I see you haven't changed at all. You have joined forces with her! Have you lost your mind?
We are desperate. If Dimensius is revived, then all worlds will be devoured.
You broke my dark heart, Illyria. Without it, I cannot prevent Dimensius's return. At least, not on my own. This is madness! We cannot trust her!
I'm not asking you to trust her. I'm asking you to trust me.
I'm just gonna say it. If I was in Illyria's shoes, I would not trust any of this. In fact, Locust Walker would be dead to me now. Like, no. I'm not talking to that bitch for one more second. Guy's an asshole. He's complete and utter worthless. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's like, he tries to come across as like this big, like all-knowing monk guy. Like, oh, I'm Locust Walker. I know the shit about the Void. I know everything about the Void. Did you want to know about the Void? Let me talk daily about the Void. Dude's a bitch little asshole is what he actually is. Now, I understand, because again, I played through the PTR. I'm not going to tell you why. But I understand why he felt that way. But if I was Illyria, F you, dude. Never talking to you again. Not once. No. Done. No. Nope. What do you think? What do you think, Allie? Do you think Illyria
exactly the same?
Yeah.
No, there's no. Of course she's gonna be mad about this. Like the pure anger she has held for him. There's no way she's going to be okay, but like, oh, okay, I guess I'll trust you. We're going to do this now. Thumbs up. Yay. That's not going to happen. The fact that Locust Walker even remotely thought that she would be chill about it is baffling.
Yeah. I don't want you to trust her. Just trust me. Why don't you shove it up your ass, you piece of shit? Have any idea how many people that this lady killed? How many of my friends personally that she has threatened? Like, she nearly killed Khadgar. Actually, technically, for a second, she did kill Khadgar. It wasn't until Anduin went clear, and brought him back.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No.
It's like, hey, Locust Walker, that's fine. Maybe since you're a dumbass, and we kind of read a book and we found out that you're a dumbass, and every single one of the Koreshi are dumbasses, and they don't actually know how to do anything other than be like, oh no, we just listen to the Void stuff, and then our planet gets eaten. They're a bunch of idiots. And Illyria is better off without them. That's my opinion.
I like, and actually chat said this a minute ago, I really like how Zaltos is like, oh, you broke my dark heart. Instead of saying like, you broke my heart, it's like, you broke my dark heart. It made me giggle. It makes me giggle every time for some reason. I don't know why.
It's a funny line. I'll give it to her. It's a funny line, but Come on.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's all we're gonna say, and then we can move on to avoid spoilers before we accidentally slip up.
Oops.
Anything else you want to say about this before we move on?
No, or else I'm totally just gonna get into the spoilers and things like that. No,
Yep,
we're
okay,
gonna
let's
save
move on
it. We're gonna save it for beyond
Save
August
that.
5th. Okay, we'll talk
Yes.
about it beyond August 5th.
Doing our
folks.
best. We're doing our best, people. Well, we do know, again, this is something Blizzard has put out into the wild themselves. Not just PTR, but they have put it out there, so it's safe to say to talk about. Unless you're trying to go in super fresh. How do we feel about Dimensius being the last boss of the War Within, and Koresh in general being the last main content of the expansion?
Now, I'm totally fine with it. I like the idea of Dimensius being this thing because it felt like he was a big overarching threat with the Void and stuff like that. And knowing how it's kind of trying to play out in that, let's just say the Void is not Order, obviously.
Right.
And they don't operate in the same way whatsoever, where it feels like Order, at least currently, like the impression that I get is that Order are like Republicans. They all vote together, right? They just all work the same way. They're all lock and stock, and they like Amanthul says it, they're all do it, okay? They're all fine. The Void, they're much more like, hey man, we just did 1,000 truth, baby. Like we did this, you did this. I mean, the old guys are fighting each other. Like we already noticed that Zhao Tath, she's very voidy, and they're like, oh no, she's doing her own thing. So the Void, they just kind of like go everywhere. So just by taking out Dimensius does not mean that the Void is like no longer a threat.
True.
Right? That's just, you just took out one dude that was a really big bad guy. Like we already know that there are other Void Lords out there. He's not like the only Void Lord. It's just, he's the only one that we really know of by their name. I think there was one other Void Lord that we ever heard of that their name, and it was a really dumb name. So I'm not even gonna look it up.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it makes sense. Dimensius has been, the name's been around for a while. It was a whole thing in Burning Crusade, and it makes sense that we would see him eventually and be doing this eventually. But again, when we started War Within, didn't expect it. Didn't expect us to go to Koresh. Didn't expect us to fight Dimensius himself at all. Like this expansion has gone in ways that I would not have predicted in the beginning, which I love. Not complaining. It's been great. But definitely did not expect this. But now that it's here, bring it on. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm really excited to see what the heck is going to happen at the end of the raid, because that we don't know. I don't know what happens at the end of the raid.
True.
We'll find out on August 12th. Yes, that's when the raid releases, and someone's going to defeat it on normal, and I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. That's what happens.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna watch it.
I'll defeat it on normal probably. So it comes on the 12th. That's a Tuesday. We're gonna raid on the 14th. So I'll probably find out on the 21st. It usually takes about 2-3 weeks to clear normal.
Normally, I try to wait to watch that post-raid cinematic or whatever, or
I'm
the
gonna
death
watch it on
cinematic.
YouTube. Like, I'm not gonna be able to. I can't.
Yeah, I'm not this time. No,
I'm gonna watch it.
I can't. I'm not going to wait until my lovely raid finishes naturally. It's just going to happen. I'm going to watch it. It's going to be a thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
It.
Yeah. Well, I asked in our Discord what our listeners think about this, and also YouTube audience, if you want to share what you think about Dimensius being the last boss of the War Within and Koresh being the last content. Let us know. We can read it out. But do you want to lead us off there, Ginny boy, with the first one?
Yeah. So Lord Nathan Myakis says, I think it is too soon, Executus. But I also think that expansions should last at least 2 years. While the final boss or area is fine, giving each patch an additional 2 weeks, 18 more weeks in total, or giving us Season 4 where we get to mess around and have fun would be a good thing. Totally cool if that's your take. Appreciate that take. But if you ever bring back Season 4, Blizzard, I'm going to have words. And my words are no, thank you to the season 4, please. That's my opinion. Because if I do not want to do fated raids or whatever the frick they were calling them the last time.
But that's the thing, right? Like, they can bring back season 4, just don't make us play through all the raids again. Do something else with it.
If you want to do a season 4 and it's a brand new raid tier, season 4, baby, like bring on season 4. That'd be great. But if you're like season 4 fated raids, I'm gonna be like, I hate you so much right now.
See, I'd be fine if we got a season 4 that was. It doesn't have to necessarily be a whole bunch of new lores. Well, for the sake of us trying to do the show, that I do actually want some lore content, but it could be other things like at the end of this, like we're getting Legion Remix. Like they can utilize that side piece to do a different game mode. They could give us Collector's Bounty again. Like they could do a lot of things. Maybe a shortened season 4, not the full thing, because I think that would get a bit long. A bit little Warlords drainery there. Right. Don't want that. That's bad. But they could do something with it really fun and cool, I think, especially now they have housing and all of that.
Well, I will tell you why I do not want a season 4, especially as you described it. Anything like that, it doesn't push the story forward. Right? Like every season 4 in the past has been like,
yes, that's true.
You get dick all when it comes to story, like not a shred, not a thing. And so that means that I'm like, me personally, I don't, if there's no new story, I'm usually raid logging. Like, let's be honest. So
that's true. That's fair.
So if there's no new story, I'm going to be like, well, this patch ain't for me. This patch ain't for me. So there you go.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. You want to get into Zakunka?
I do.
Or what the Kunka said anyways.
Yes. The Kunka said 2 things I want to show that are related. I have no PTR experience. Is Koresh the planet that Sargeras chippy chopped? And if yes, how was this how Dimensius died? Feelings on this being the last war within content? We're all happy. More than anything, the Dark Heart is what is carrying us through this expansion and is still shrouded in so much mystery. Ecstatic at learning more about the original denizens of Koresh. I'm a bigger fan of the brokers. Interesting. Lastly, every time I try to type Koresh, my phone wants it to be Kafresh. This expansion has been extremely Kafresh. I like that. I feel like we need to use that now.
So would you like to tackle the first bit of the question there? Was Koresh the planet that Sargeras chippy chopped? The answer is no, by the way.
It was not. That's true.
However, there is, I don't know if it's been 100% been confirmed, but I think it actually kind of has. The planet that was chippy chopped by Sargeras is the bits of Telagris Rift, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, that has been confirmed.
Yes. So
accurate.
Yeah, if you would like to visit the planet that was chippy chopped by Sargeras, go roll Void Elf, unless it's your second Void Elf, and then you don't get to play through the starting area, as Allie discovered.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not really a starting area. I mean, you're not there for long.
No,
you can do the interest there to open it, but you're not really there much. And it's sad.
Yeah. But yeah, is this how Dimensions died? No, you'll find that out soon. You'll find that out in 11.2 how he actually died. So
it's true.
Yeah, and again, no spoilers, but you will find that out. Because that was part. Now, if we go back to the Doom of Koresh, that was the part that Locust Walker decided to yada 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 over. Right? He didn't want to. He didn't want to tell the area because that's a big plot point. So yeah, I'm gonna yada yada over that right myself too.
And that's why there's a yada yada.
Yep. Yeah, no, I mean, and your comment about the Brokers, more on that soon. So keep your eyes peeled on that one too.
Yeah, still intrigued about that a bit. Yeah, that's yeah.
It's a thing. It's weird.
Yeah. It is a thing. I still want to learn more, but it's fine. It's fine. There still might be more because I didn't do. Have you done the side quests and stuff from PTR?
No, I haven't done any of the side quests. I haven't tried to
I haven't either,
fill up the biodomes or anything like that. No, I did the campaign. And was like, yep, good enough for me. I'm gonna try and get Invincible. Hasn't worked yet, but I'm trying
soon.
All right.
Okay. You want to read Kamari?
Yeah, I'll read Kamari's comment, which was, I haven't had true excitement and hype about facing a final boss since Kata. Don't get me wrong, I'm always looking forward to the lore and story progression around every raid, and especially the final expansion boss, but Deathwing was the last boss I really, really look forward to finally taking out. That being said, I'm totally looking forward to this one. Being able to fight a true Void Lord, visiting Koresh, learning more about the Ethereals and Brokers, getting a first-hand look at Xal'atath's relationship and feat with these beings, and how this all leads into Midnight is very intriguing. He didn't add the feat in there. I did.
It's true. Can confirm.
But yeah, no, I actually kind of like feel the same way. Not necessarily about like I was totally hyped about taking out Deathwing, only because during Kata I hadn't read all the books yet, so I barely knew who Deathwing actually was.
Right.
I was like, he's a big angry dragon. I don't know. I guess we'll kill him. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm really freaking excited. I agree. Like being able to actually fight a Void Lord after all this time of hearing about Void Lords, and also after so many years of wondering, who the Ethereals are, and then where the Brokers, like really getting into that. It's exciting. And they described Dimensius as this cosmic level fight. He's freaking ginormous. I think it's gonna be epic, and I'm trying not to get overly excited about how epic I think it's gonna be, but I think it's gonna be pretty freaking epic, and I'm having a hard time not getting overly excited.
Yeah, I'm trying to temper my expectations too, because the last time they're like, this is gonna be so epic, is when they were like the Sylvanas fight. I was like, oh my god, this is such a slog.
I mean, it was epic the first time, but then when you're actually trying to progress on even, I can't even Magic Mythic, but even just trying to progress on Mythic.
Yeah.
No, sorry, on Heroic. Whew, that was painful.
Yeah. I can only imagine what it felt like when they were trying to progress in Race the World First, when it's like, oh, you got an extra 5%. They're like,
nope.
No, this
can't even. Yeah, no.
Yeah. You get an easy one next if you want to take
I do.
Zandaras. Yeah, you get a really easy one.
I do. Zandara says, my thoughts are one simple word. Blueberry.
I like blueberries. They're delicious.
I also like blueberries. But it's basically, back in the day, we called the warlock pets blueberries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is
it's just a giant blueberry.
Really, really big blueberry. The size of Stormwind.
The big blueberries are the best blueberries.
No, I actually I like them a little small. I like them a little smaller, so they're tartar. I like the tart.
I like the sweet.
I don't like them too sweet.
I don't mind a good combination of tart and sweet.
Yeah. It's. I mean, you want it in the middle.
The big ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want it to be like a warhead of a blueberry. We're like, oh shit, that's sour. All right. Rigomino says, I have no issue with it, and I'm glad we finally get to go to Koresh. Yeah, me too. I'm really excited. However, my literal primate brain wanted all the patch zones to be within Azeroth. I have had my heart set on the root lands with the Haranir and thought we would get to see the world core. I know, of course, the War Within is more than a little setting and is much deeper than that. Also, of course, Dimensius is inside of what's left of Koresh. Yeah. Kind of is. Yeah, and I totally get that feeling of like, oh, it's the War Within, and you're thinking like it's Azeroth and all that, but I think if they hadn't done this as a trilogy, right, with the Midnight and the Last Titan, in the future, I totally would have got that, because whatever the root lands, whatever that might be, when we get down to the Haranir's actual like homeland, yeah, that's going to happen. In fact, I think that's probably going to be, if I were to guess, I think that's going to be the 13.1 zone that we go to.
I can see that. I can actually really see that. Because that would be a good way to introduce more of bringing Titan-related things in, and that relationship, and then the depths of the world, and talking with Azeroth, and then the world core. Like it could work. It could work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't necessarily know how that's all going to play out, but I think that's when in terms of the timing, I think that would be the best time.
Yeah.
Because I really don't want them to do it like on a 0.7. Like, that'd be weird. Like, they could.
No, it needs to be, no.
Like, they could do it. I just don't want them to. I don't want them to do it then.
No. There's too much going on. They can't do it with a 0.7.
All right. No 0.7s.
No 0.7. All right. Anything else from this one that you want to mention, or should we move on to our last one?
No, let's go ahead and bust out this last one from the chat.
All right. Leah Wild in chat with us here on YouTube. Thank you, Leah Wild. Says it makes total sense as a bridge into the Void themed expansion. Dimensius, Koresh ending expansion, that is. Totally agree. It is a good bridge.
I agree. It sounds amazing. I'm excited. I'm very excited for Dimensius.
Well, we're going to have future episodes down the road where we make predictions and have final thoughts and wrap up the expansion and all that. But that is not for today. We are going to end it here, start wrapping up, which means that you have a job to do.
Yeah, I do have a job to do, and I was like doing part of my job in the background. I was like, oh crap, if I could update the names, I'm going to do that real quick. And I got it done just in time. Look at me, so fast. Because that's right, it's the part of the show where we say a quick thank you to all the patrons that support us and keep the show going. And if you would like to join their ranks and support the show, you can do that by going over to patreon.com/livelifelore. Makes sense, right? Patreon.com/livelifelore. That's how you do it. No new patrons this week, but you know what? All you patrons, you're amazing. We love you all. And speaking of loving the patrons, we have a quick little thing that we got to do for all of those amazing top patrons that have gone above and beyond to get this special little shout out. And those special little shout outs go to the following names, which the first one is Donald McWaters. How you doing over there? Sean Wilson, also from For Azeroth. How you doing? Haley Harlow. Now I feel a little hurt. I feel like like last week it was a meta duty and all these funny things. Now it's just Broder. It's just Broder.
Just Broder.
Not even an M. Where'd the happen to the M? All right. How's it going, Broder? Thanks for being a patron. Zeril, Lex Rance, also from Azeroth, Shalil, Nicolobre, Craig Lemus, Void Lord Rigaminos, tired of intermediaries and heralds. Yeah. Oh God. Give me some Ashara. Give me some Ashara. I'm so excited for whenever she comes back. Ooh, it's gonna be good. Mud, Averdon, Thistlemorn, and Father Ryan. Thank you so much. You are all freaking amazing.
Stories. There's nothing in the world more powerful than a good story.
We like to end every episode on a positive note, something lighthearted, something to remind us that there's still good stuff happening out there. This story comes from Cliff Rose Holmes on TikTok, which was actually shared with us in our Discord by Rigorminos. So shout out to you, Rigorminos, for sharing this story. You're awesome. It's in 3 parts, kind of long when you put them together. So I edited it together, kind of spliced it together a bit. So you get the story across, but it's not like 12 minutes long. And what was a kind gesture for stopping at a lemonade stand turned into a kid being able to go to camp that he was raising money for, get the gear he needs, and to help alleviate some pressure of medical bills.
All right, here we go.
Bills.
I'm driving the backhoe home from the job site, and I see this kid on the side of the road got a lemonade stand going on. And so I know I don't have any cash. I don't have my wallet. I don't carry cash tobacco. But family's got a rule that you don't pass a lemonade stand. Kids are out there in the heat in the summer trying to make some money. Last thing they need is for somebody to just blow them off when they're trying to make a buck. So I stop and I'm talking to this kid, asking him what he's trying to raise money for, and he's got some summer camp that he's gonna go to, and it costs a couple $100 for it's like a hike and some biking and whatnot. So he's got to pay for that and some first aid and some new hiking socks. So he's telling him, I'm like, all right, well, sorry, buddy, I don't have any cash on me, but I do have Venmo. Like, does your mom have Venmo? Yeah, mom's got Venmo. All right, so I gave him my phone number. I said, why don't you text me whenever your mom gets home, and I'll Venmo you money for the lemonade and some brownies. So he's got to raise a couple $100 I want to see what I can do to help him along the way, because the poor kid only had one guy stop. One car stop. It's, let's see, almost 4 o'clock. He's been out there since 10 o'clock, sitting on the side of the road in the heat. So we're going to help this kid out. All right, guys. So I got an update for you on the lemonade stand that did not get passed. So last night, he actually gave me a call and was like, hey, my mom's going to text you a link for her Venmo account. And so she did. And I asked her, how everything was going. She said a couple more people stopped, but all in all, it was kind of a long day. So this morning is when I posted that video and didn't tell her, didn't, do anything, didn't even ask anybody to contribute or whatever. But as you can see through all the comments, that there's so much love coming out for this little guy, making sure that he can earn the money he needs to go to camp this summer. And so it was going on and blowing up so much. So I ended up actually texting his mom and was like, hey, I didn't mean for this to blow up, but it did. So you should check your Venmo account and know that there are a lot of people all over the country that are coming in to support Daxton and his endeavor of earning enough money to go to this camp. And so she said, oh my gosh, I am just blown away. Like, I was so confused and wondering what all this was coming from. I didn't get it, but now I do. So she actually told me that it's been a rough couple of years for Daxton. He's been on the road to recovery. Late 2023, he actually had brain surgery and had a brain tumor removed. Can't make this up. And it has actually sent this kid over the moon. He is beyond excited about all the people coming through to show him the love. This is going to bless his life in more ways than any of us could ever imagine. It's going to show him how compassionate people can really be. And one day he's going to be able to pay it forward, just like everybody's paying it forward from the numerous acts of compassion that they've received throughout their life. We're filming this. We're gonna say thanks to all the people who have come through and they showed the love. You had people from Australia, like all over the United States. There was some people from, I think there's like South Africa.
I don't know, but I just know that I had seen donations from, I'm gonna say probably every state. And
yeah.
What do you have to tell people?
Thanks everyone for the donations. I'm really shocked.
Jackson, do you remember what you told me when we were talking about it? You were shocked because
how much money there is.
No.
I'm shocked about that too.
How much people love me. Thanks everyone for caring about me and all that. Thank you.
That was freaking adorable.
Caring about me and all that. And if you go watch them, it's really cute because I cut out literally 5 minutes of him going through all the gear he's gotten, and Cliff Rose Holmes would try to redirect the conversation to like how great the donations were, and he's like, okay, whatever, but look at this thing I got, and this thing, and my dad has this tackle box, and now I have, like, it's adorable, it's so cute, and he's just so excited.
Love it.
I try to get an update of how much they've earned so far, and I haven't found anything clear cut of like this amount or whatever. I saw one post that was like they earned like $900 something so far, but that was like a couple weeks ago. So I don't know, but either way, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's a couple camps right there.
Yeah,
and in the video he lists like there's a couple different camps he's going to go to now, and so that was awesome, and what a great experience for this kiddo. Just get all that love. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So yeah, I love it. And again, thank you so much, Ramirez, for sharing that.
Yeah,
really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a great story. But with that, it's time to get out of here. And I don't know, dream about how on earth we're gonna get more Zaltath feet or something. I don't know.
You're gonna dream Zaltath's feet? What?
I mean, they're cute. Little toe rings and shit. Like, come on, I don't mind. I don't mind the.
Thank you so much for listening to Live Laugh Lore. If you have a topic or a question you'd like us to discuss, send us an email at livelaughlorecast@gmail.com. If you want to support us on Patreon, you can do so by going to patreon.com/livelaughLore, and you can keep the show going for as little as $1 an episode. You can watch Ali live on Twitch Sunday nights over at twitch.tv/AliAndres. And you can watch Jin Monday nights at twitch.tv/JinsJoint. You can also follow the show on Twitter at live_laugh_lore. You can follow Jin on Twitter at JinsJoint, and you can follow Ali at AliAndresK. Meanwhile, be kind and take care.
Salatoes. All right. Recording is complete and saved.
Hooray.
Beautiful. Look at that. Knocked out 2 recordings tonight in like making amazing time. Look at that. Look at this go. Beautiful.
It's true. Patrons, get ready.
Yeah, there's some goofy shit coming your way soon.
It's something, all right.
I'll get that all edited up probably this weekend for the Patreon, because I always like to get the main episode edited first. But yeah, get the Patreon out there for all y'all that applies to you. All right, but yeah, seriously, thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. This has been amazing. I love seeing all the chats fly by as I'm. You know, I try and see it, but for the most part, I'm looking at the notes. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I try to keep up with it as I can, but I'm like, I still focus on the show, so it's interesting to try to do both. Sometimes it doesn't work so well.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I focus on the notes, and if it makes sense, I'll go to see what's going on in the chat. But yeah, seriously, chat and everyone being here, this has been so much fun. So, yay! But I think that's it. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. Thanks all. I will. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see you next week.